Welcome to the Accountability Trader. It's all about accountability, consistency, and growth. Let's have a look at the market. Good evening, traders. It is Monday, the 23rd of September. I'm going to go through my portfolio like I do every day, go over what we predicted on Sunday and how it's starting to plan out as the week is going on. As you can see on the pound dollar from Monday, it has been quite quiet. Well, definitely today. Nothing's happened on this pair at all today. Had a little bit of a push up, tested our resistance. I was hoping to get a bit of a pullback, but at the moment it's just been going completely sideways. So for me at the moment, there's nothing to necessarily look here. EMAs are going horizontal. My ADX is completely dropped off, so I've got no momentum in the market at all at the moment. So on this pair, absolutely nothing. Let's move on to the next. Got the euro dollar. Again, this one's moving sideways today, so we've really not had much happen today at all. Again, I was hoping to get a test of this level or even this level. We're still completely overbought, so we are looking for a selling opportunity to come back down. But at the moment, again, nothing. Maybe we'll get a test of this level that I've got drawn in here, my green one. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. Got a little bit of news tomorrow that I'm not particularly aware of. I don't think it's necessarily going to affect the markets, but again, we'll keep an eye on that. And we'll see where this goes. It's just completely flat. Next pair. So I'm looking at a Gartley pattern here. Let me clean this up a little bit. Is that the right one? So I'm waiting. I've got my sell limit here. Waiting for it to come up to this area and come down. I'm a little concerned that this was possibly the move already made, but I'm going to leave it in, let it play out. What news we got coming up? Durable goods, and we have home sales. So it'll be interesting to see if we do actually touch this level, whether it will still play out as the pattern intends. See whether we get a proper test of this sort of level. If not, then I'd expect it to go through and possibly get stopped out. But hey, let's see how this plans out. Nice little pattern. See whether over the night we get tapped into this and see what happens. Let's move on to the next one. We've got the dollar Swiss. This is semi playing out how I expected. It's come into my little kill zone. Still got a little bit of pressure coming down. My ADX has gone below 20, so it's completely lost momentum. I'm always looking for above 20, ideally above 30 to keep the momentum of a move going. But as you can see at the moment, it's dipped right down. We are in a buying position, which isn't ideal. I'm hoping for it to keep pulling down, but we'll see where this ends up coming. Whether it pulls out nice and strong, dips out nice and strong, is something I can then play with. But at the moment, again, this pair completely horizontal. Nothing going on today. So we've got the Aussie dollar. This, I had nothing on the keys for this pair over the weekend, and still there's nothing I can do. Just tiny little movements, up and down, sideways, not giving me enough movements for any advanced patterns, not giving me any levels of structure to be able to work with. Again, another pair to skip over. I think it's gone completely dead after 3 weeks of major news, making big waves in the markets. So everything's really settled down. I think people are just taking a breather, giving it a chance just to reset. So a little bit of a stalemate for a couple of days is perfectly fine. So we've got Aussie dollar yen on Monday morning. We came up to this level, didn't necessarily give me a good enough opportunity for a sell, and thank God, because again, completely sideways since, nothing I can work with. So we've got pound yen. This played out Friday, so we drew this in to see whether it would still work. I didn't trade it, but I wanted to see whether it had the momentum to, and no, completely flat, no conviction. nothing to make me think it's going to go up or down, whether it's going to touch my level that I would have as my profit. It got very, very close. But no, it hasn't done anything. So I'm glad I didn't let that trade just sit. Regardless, I missed it. And it's very messy on the front leg. So yeah, this can go in my back testing or forward testing album as a reason not to have that as my X to A leg. Move on to next. Right, so we have this little Gartley that I've had playing out. It kicked in Monday evening, came down very close to my take profit, and it's only retraced since. Hoping we get a reversal tonight and we end up coming down maybe on the market opening tomorrow. We'll get a little bit more momentum in the markets and it'll go through my target. That would be lovely. Ignore that. But yeah, very happy with how clean the pattern is. It is small, I understand that. But the way the markets are at the moment, it's quite a nice opportunity. So you've got the Aussie dollar against the yen. Looked at a bat pattern. That obviously hasn't played out at all. So that can come off. I don't think we necessarily have anything else in here that's clean enough to trade. That's not a nice X to A. I haven't got anything in here. No levels that I'm happy with. Yeah, it's just complete consolidation at the moment. We might get an opportunity for an advanced pattern, but at the moment, nothing. And gold is just pumping higher and higher and higher. It's not giving me any reasons to actually have a chance to get in. Maybe I should have got in on this really, really bullish candle breaking through the level I was looking at. But the way the last few weeks have gone gave me no evidence to do so, especially when it was already in a situation where I'd normally be looking for short opportunities to sell. Regardless, I know it's an incredibly strong commodity at the moment. It's always been bullish for a long, long time, so maybe I should have just bit the bullet and got in. I could have trailed my stops up at each level, just let it play out for a while. But that is not something I've back tested, not something I've necessarily learned about. So that is something that is on my board to come up next after I've back tested my trendline trades. So that is the market. Let's have a little look at the calendar. So tomorrow we've got Aussie CPI. Might not necessarily be too much of the charts, but I've only got 2 Aussie pairs on my portfolio anyway, so I'll keep an eye on that. CHF, SMBs. Not sure that will necessarily affect my charts much. I've only got 1 pair on that. Aussie dollar, unemployment claims will be interesting to look at. That has the ability of affecting the market. So I'll keep an eye on that. 1:30 on Thursday, and then Friday I'll be away from the charts from Friday anyway. So let's see how things go tomorrow. We'll have an update in the evening and see whether my trade on the on the euro yen, see if this ends up coming in. Other than that, wait out for better opportunities. That's it for today's analysis. I'm the Accountability Trader, and I'll see you soon.